Hi, this is my den slash crash room. This is my tiny room. Just wanted to show you guys a couple more things that I added to the room. The wall, I put my size up around this wall here. There's my entry door, my main entry door. I know I got some junk on there. Don't have a lot of space in this room, as you noticed. I am actually thinking about investing in a captain's bed with the drawers. So I have the drawers down there. In the room, I get rid of these drawers, that drawer set there, and then have the drawers in the bed, and then have like a bed that size, and then I could put up the cot, put it in the storage closet, and then there could be like a cot if I ever have an extra guest or anything. Yeah, the rest of that wall is the same. There, I added Jamie. Jamie's the cat. That was the cat we looked at with the radiation treatments when you go to sit up and they want to make sure your head is clear and stuff first before, so they give you something pleasant to look at. The cat was actually my idea, so they gave me the cat. That was nice. So I always think of that. I finished that radiation treatment, and yeah, rest of it's still the same. Just my desk over here by the window. Got my stand there. The clothes I hang there. The computer, because I'm going to be making this video. The Ringing the Bell video, and this is going to be added to it. And all my certificates and stuff. So everything else is pretty much the same. I just wanted to share a couple of things.
Kerofsky from my new Kicking It with the Kerofskys channel.
Now I'm going to sit here and chat a bit, alright? The good balls of life, huh? It's Sunday. It's Sunday the 1st now. Happy March, guys. Happy March. So Friday I finished the radiation treatments, ringing the bell. I was supposed to have it actually 3 days. The specific is said 3 days. To try to relax, so that way don't want to overdo things. Well, I'm telling you, man, my heart was like, and I wanted to punch things. Actually, I did punch the inside of my we call it the dash, because it's a soft part of the dash, and then I hit the soft part inside of the truck, because I was angry, because sometimes the last straw hits you. All the stuff that we went through in life, with the way I was bullied and picked on, and then I joined the service, and then going to combat and getting injured in combat, getting injured on a ship before combat, getting knocked down a ladder well, hurt my neck and my shoulder, and then the explosion I was in, and the flashbacks, and the PTSD, and Oh my God. And then, getting out of the Navy, getting close to my son, losing my son. Kidding you, man. I sure miss Ken Dog. Sure miss Ken Dog. And then, the house fire that we deal with back on Moline, and then my cancer. I mean, I have overcame all these things, and I do have questions for the Lord why I had to go through all these things. Okay, but come on, you know. And then Saturday, which was yesterday, Friday night, you know, after dealing with my bank card debacle, and I'm getting angry and punching the dash inside the truck. After dealing with my bank card debacle, then coming home, this is a show. Trying to sleep a little bit. I did get a little sleep in. My wife got a little sleep in, and then watching some shows, and then the toilet's backing up. Right, and then we're like, what the? I'm like, okay, so I grabbed the Battle Lantern style light, my brightest one, and I go outside and I grab my plunger, get the gloves out of the truck because otherwise my hands could come raw, and plunge the pipe. Plunge it, not going through. Plunge it, not going through. So open up another hole of the pipe to plunge it, not going through. They fill up some water on my bucket because you know to flush the pipe and then plunge it. Then when I open up the last cap, I literally pick up the pipe. It was completely broken. So I spent the whole day yesterday just doing that instead of sleeping and resting. You can see that I'm still pretty exhausted. And so, this is my life. I still have that whip that leaks like a sieve. You can see a little bit of the damage. I don't know how good you can see that. There's some water damage that was all through here, because that's where it leaks at. And that is still wet underneath here in my corner here. And then, as I walk through here again, my wife's light. And how much you can see. There's the ceiling here. It is starting to dry finally. Because I was worried because it was so wet that it was not drying. But the more and more wet it gets, the more and more water gets underneath, the more the ceiling can collapse. And we're trying to take care of it before the ceiling collapse, because we had to deal with that problem at my old house. So along the seam, you can't really see it unless you get a flashlight. But see the angle there. Let's see. It's all across this whole entire ceiling in this room. And it happened in my kitchen of the old house, but we had good programs there in Illinois, Moline, where they would fix your house as a veteran, Well, looking out here in Deming, we can't find any programs like that. We can't find any programs like that to help us. So we're saving. We're saving I'm on my retirement and my disability, and I'm saving, and hopefully in a few years I can get a new roof. It means I'm never gonna be able to fulfill my other dreams to get a bathtub. I gotta have a bathtub, and to get not asking. It's like I'm asking into the world. It seems like, because I'm just asking for a bathtub. Hope this thing's still going. It's going. I'm just asking for a bathtub. I'm just asking for a fucking workout shed. You know? And maybe a little round pool or something outside, but that'd be something to get down the road. That's it. I mean, I gotta replace the water heater. It's like when you sell a house and you make sure everything is fixed in your house. Man, we practically had a brand new water heater. We practically had a brand new roof. I mean, I trimmed all the hedges. I made sure the grass was completely cut. I was like, I'm gonna make this nice as possible, and I even wrote some notes like, I patched up this and whatever. I even did a disclosure inside of the house. Now come here, weeds are 9 feet tall. We had to cut them. We had to get hired guys to cut weeds down. We had to clear this land. We had to do all these things. And now things are falling apart around me because they never fixed the roof properly. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because you expect the same thing in return that you give to people. You expect that same kindness and the same thing in return. But all people want to do now is lie and manipulate. Look at the president. That's all he effing does, is lie and manipulate. He grifts. He cheats people. He's a felon. And yet he's our president. I don't get that. But this is the example. Like, oh yeah, you can do it. But no, more people are going to do that, I'm not getting myself too worked up. Anyway, without any further ado, but that's the way I feel. Let's get to my ring the bell video. Thank you.
All right. What did I say? On a moment like this, I mean, I'm not gonna make this long, but I do want to say some things, because I've overcame a lot in my life, guys. I have. I mean, I'm a combat veteran. I was in an explosion in Iraq. I went through 18 months of rehab, and I do have some balance issues at times, and head pressures at times. I overcame a lot of things, and I get out of the service, and then I come home and get close to my son, and then miss my son in a jolly in the Rock River, And let me deal with the house fire. I mean, so I come out here in Mexico to heal. Been here for almost 4 years. Came out here to heal, so I don't have to deal with as much pain. I am moving around better. You guys have been noticed that, And and then I had this cancer diagnosis, Now I'm done with that, you know? So, I mean, I guess that's all I got to say, but I do have some questions for the Lord when I get up there. I tell you that much, you know?
All right, ring your
That's
bell.
all I got.
3 times.
Thank you for your service.